shuku bam bam, ẹni ó bá wú kó bẹ́. Shuku bam bam, ẹni ó bá wú kó bẹ́. Ológìní ti dé o, ológìní ti dé o, èkúté paramọ́.
Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Tales by Moonlight, or rather should I say Tale by Moonlight, because I don't want NCA copyright people to come for me. So singular Tale by Moonlight. In fact, Tale, T-A-I-L by Moonlight. But anyways, thank you. The response was overwhelmingly positive to have some of my shorter form pieces read out here on Instagram. So here I am repping African Nigerian culture. So I'm wearing these cowrie earrings on my ears. Cowries actually used to be currency in West Africa. So I am wearing money while looking like a bag of money. I crack myself up. Yes, my pseudo gele is here, sort of like this headband gele thing. Go with it, okay? Thank you. Some ajire, again, sort of repping the culture. Behind me is some original artwork by Masanila Apojoto. So everything, including myself, is 100% made in Nigeria. Or well, even if it's not made in Nigeria, as long as it's touching me, it's made in Nigeria somehow. All joy. Anyways, I'm going to read you this short story called Kentish Town. It was published in 2017, I believe, by a magazine called, or a newspaper called Express, or The Express in the UK. And it's a story about a couple. Their names are Aramide and Bode. And without any sort of further preamble, I'm just going to get right into the story. So I hope you enjoy. I met my girlfriend, Aramide, 3 years ago at a New Year's Eve party. Neither of us knew the host. We both tagged along, and after a few introductions, we were left on our own in a house full of people who all knew each other and sipped their champagne in closed circles. "Hello," she said from a couch. "Hi," I replied, edging towards her with my paper plate stained with the oily remains of jollof rice and chicken. We spoke of the weather, of the election in Nigeria, of the latest Marvel movie. "Do you want to sit down?" she asked after half an hour. She filled most of the sofa. The carpet, damp from a recent spill, was the only other option. "There's space," she said, sliding and uncovering a patch of brown leather that was still warm when I squeezed beside her. At 11:59 p.m., the music went off and I counted down into the new year with Aramide's hip pressed into mine, the flesh of her arm and thigh warm against my side. We left together, ditching the friends that had ditched us. I took her number by the barriers of Kentish Town station. Her voice was low on the phone, high-pitched in person. She almost always wore black, but deep, rich blacks that made colors seem an overstatement. On our 5th date, I invited her to my flat and cooked a meal. I borrowed a Netflix password and Bose speakers from my neighbor. The heating was set high and Aramide was wearing a cardigan. Beads of sweat ringed her neck. "You're hot," I said. "Take off your cardigan." "I don't want to," she said. Halfway through the film, I put my arm around her. "You're sweating. Just take off your cardigan." "My dress is sleeveless." "So?" "I don't want you to see my arms." It had never struck me that she might be conscious of her body. After all, it was she who said hello first, when I would have remained hovering by a pack of women who glanced at me and glanced away. It was she who asked me to sit down when I would have remained standing the whole night, too shy to touch her. I want to see, I said. She made a joke of it, walking to the center of the room, unbuttoning slowly like it was a striptease. But when she stood in her black sleeveless dress, she did not meet my eye. Your arms are beautiful, I said. They were dark and large, smooth to touch, the stretch marks streaked through her skin like seams of gold. The diet began as a favor. Aramide's friend wanted to shed her pregnancy weight and she needed a body. Lean in 30, a paleo diet, eat like a Neanderthal or some other prehistoric man, nuts and berries and tiny white grains that Aramide told me were called quinoa. They opened an Instagram account and called it Cheddar Gang. Each week, they would post a photograph of their reduced selves, hashtagged "Fat is unfashionable." After 30 days and 2 dress sizes down, the friend dropped out, but Aramide continued. We stopped going out to eat. Most restaurants only catered for Homo sapiens, milk, wheat, and other poisonous substances. She joined a gym, and I joined with her. I would lift a few weights and take a break after 15 minutes on the cross trainer. She would sprint 30 minutes on the treadmill, then switch to the cycling machine. After the first month, Cheddar Gang had 1,000 followers. After 3 months, 10,000. In each photo, the numbers she posted dropped. 260, 255, 252. A catalogue of her life in pounds and ounces. Strange men began hitting on her. At first, crazy men with obscene, unhinged messages. And then, normal males whose profiles she showed me. Taller than me, handsomer. It was payback, perhaps. I have always thought she was beautiful, but I have also known that although I am not distinguished in any way, my spare figure beside hers was somehow incongruous, needing a first and then a second glance. The diet revealed new bones in her face and new hollows in her neck and a new love of color. Aramide in pink, Aramide in yellow, more beautiful in each shade, traveling away from me in all the hues of the rainbow. Last week, for the first time since Cheddar Gang, we went to a restaurant. It was my birthday. On my side of the table, a cheeseburger and chips with a helping of mac and cheese. On hers, a crisp, weightless salad. "You're mocking me," she said. No, of course not. I can get them to pack it away if you want. I'll have a salad instead." "No, of course not," she mimicked, laughing. Her leaves disappeared, and I was only halfway through my meal. "Have a chip," I said. "No, thank you." "Okay, at least try my mac and cheese. It's delicious." "You know I can't eat that stuff." "Can't or won't." "What do you mean? You know I want to be a size 8 by the end of the year." "Size 8, size 20, you're always beautiful to me. It's not about you, Bode. You're right. I'm sorry. You want me to be fat again? I don't know what you mean. You want me to be fat so things can go back to the way they were when you were the one doing me a favor. She stormed out in her short fuchsia dress, and I watched her long, slim legs leave. I was not the only one. I've called, I've sent flowers, I've even left a pathetic public comment on the Shedder Gang page. She has not replied, and now it is the 31st of December. We always mark our anniversary by meeting at the barriers of Kentish Town station at 9 p.m. It is 8 o'clock and I am ready to leave. There is a ring in my pocket with a gravel chip of diamond in its center. I do not know if she will come. So there we have it. Our first episode of Tale by Moonlight. But yeah, let me know what you think about the story in the comments. I haven't actually read it before I sort of decided to do this. I haven't read it in a couple of years. So yeah, I read it and I thought, yeah, that was good. We thank God. But also I actually thought, looking at the characters again, like, who are you sympathetic to? Is Aramide too sensitive? Or is she right? Is Bode just being insecure? What are your thoughts about their sort of relationship dynamic? Should she leave him? Should she stay? Let me know what you think in the comments. I am actually very interested in hearing. So yes, until the next episode of Tales, whatever, by Moonlight. See you later. This is our cheer dancing outro.